What's going on, Zach?
Hello, Kevin.
We're opening up. We're going to show you the store. So this is our back entrance for Gone Rogue Games. Here's our entrance. Whoa, look at that. Look at that service. You can get the door open for you. You might hear dogs barking. There's a pet parlor underneath us. So far, Zach and I opened up this. Everyone meet Zach. If you guys haven't met Zach, this ugly mug.
Yes.
We're upstairs. So we haven't done a lot of work on the backside yet. This building was in terrible shape when we took it over though. And so I think it's been pretty impressive what Zach and I have been doing, mainly Zach, shout out where it's deserved, has been able to do what the condition of this building and be able to turn it into what it is now. So we're starting to get some nice little posters up. Our little lanterns from the pre-release, Shadow of Innistrad. So yeah, so we basically have these 4 rooms, and I'll show you this in a second, what we have. We're going to try to be tearing down some walls to open it up a little bit. There's Avison. Got that from the pre-release, and Jace. And these cool cards we got from Wizards. So this is more of the front entrance, to show you down the front entrance. This leads to Main Street, which is like the only, it's the main street of Richfield, Utah, so it's kind of our back entrance here. I'll have to show the sign some other time, it's way too bright out there. So yeah, if you're ever in Richfield, Utah, for whatever reason, I feel sorry for you, if you are, then stop by Gone Rogue Games and say hello. So here's our entrance. Come in, and this is our store. Whoa, focus there. It won't focus. There we go. Have focus there, so you can see we just bought a person's collection, so we've been sorting through the bulk. Got our Dice Masters here. My new favorite game, and all of the Rogue mats, different Rogue Deckbuilder mats up there. And Dice Masters is by far the worst sorting imaginable, because you have to match up dice with cards and put the cards in one place, the dice in the other, and just kind of have them in their sets. Going through all our bulk. We'll also do a video on how to sort bulk from true bulk. The first thing we do is, since we don't have a lot of legacy and modern cards, we just immediately added this to our stores collection. It's just people looking for it. You'd be surprised at what particular individuals will actually want. Like things that I consider so unplayable, a person would actually want like 4 of a copy of it. And you will sell them. So here's what I consider true bulk. So I'll just show you a true bulk card. A card like Lava Axe has been printed so many times. You're never going to sell a copy of Lava. Well, you might, but you're never going to sell more than what you have before it gets reprinted. Kingsman Pet's actually not what I consider true bulk. So these extort cards, this pile actually hasn't been picked through. This has. So what we do is then I'll win the true bulk, because we usually end up just doing repack drafts with them. Just a quick and easy way for people to get into the draft format. A lot of times you'll have players that don't want to fork out 10, 12, 15 bucks for a draft. And so repack's a good intro way. Here's our case. It's not lighted up at the moment, but you're starting to see that pretty impressive. We've been able to acquire, some good stock. This is just, of course, our display case. Without any, basically it's just Zach and mine's collection, and very little overhead or very little capital that we put into this store. And so far so good. Got a fridge here and a microwave, the 2 essentials, and some sleeves, and Zach's busy away sorting cards. That's all. You guys want to start a card store, that's all you do is sort cards. So a little more display, and started opening the fat pack boxes and just putting the art up on the wall for something. Again, nothing too spectacular. Some more Rogue Deckbuilder mats. This is a Dice Master mat that teaches people how to play. My favorite, the Shy Guy. These are just mats I use here, so they're just hanging up right here. And then we have our play area back here. Eventually we want to tear this wall down and this wall down, or probably keep this, probably tear both these walls down just to open it up into more of so we'll have more of a store space. This wall will be used for store. I have a video somewhere lying around that shows, what do we do with that video, Zach? What camera is it on?
What?
When we started repairing this building.
I think it's on the iPad, a little bit of it.
Okay, well we can show you how terrible this building was before we moved in, all the work we had to put into it, but yeah. This little leaderboard hasn't been updated forever. One thing we do is, you guys will like this. It's just sad that a game store actually has to put this up, but you know, sometimes people get it way too loud, start bothering our neighbors downstairs, and unfortunately this has been a problem. Magic players. So you can see one of the things we do is Commander tournaments on Saturday, and we have a pot, so everyone just contributes $1 for the Commander tournament. And as soon as the pot is up to $35 or $40, then a person wins. We have a drawing for how many points you get. This is our little Commander rules. Some people may disagree with them. You can kind of see them there. We've had to do some little editings to this just because a lot of people find some things unfun in Commander. And I did a video on the Commander ban list and how I think it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Maybe I'll have to post that video. I just didn't want 1,000 dislikes from all the Commander players. But it really I question the ban list when certain things are banned and other things are left unbanned that I find just is unfair. Or we have a lot of people, Commander players are very hard to get along with, in my opinion, that each person has a different view of what the game should be like, and it seems like no one can agree on how that should play out. A lot of people do not like it when I join the Commander decks because most of my decks are very finely tuned, and the game will end if I have like 8 turns, one way or the other. Either I'm eliminated or the game will end. But this is our spare room we're going to turn into, I don't know, this is, a lot of times just with our local game store, this is enough. 2 tables here and 1 table in the other room. But for pre-releases and bigger events, we haven't done anything with this room yet, but this is going to be some overflow. There is Garrick. And a view outside to Richfield, Utah, the tiniest town with a game store, I swear. Population 8,000. So, nice little Gone Rogue game. Yeah, so that's basically, we'll be opening up here and we'll start having people in here. That's if you have any questions about a game store. Again, we've opened this up with 0 capital. It's been mainly a hobby for Zach and I. Zach works a full-time job. I also have my jobs, and therefore we're open from 3 to usually about 9, 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes here a bit later. I think I came home around 11:30 last night. So it's not a glorious job whatsoever. It's actually a very, very painful job sometimes. You have to deal with a lot of different personalities. Some of those are very hard to get along with, as it's the gaming community for you there. And it's hard to appease everyone. Everyone has a different viewpoint of how a game store should be run or what should be done at a game store. So we're trying to find a good balance for that. But you can see we're starting to get stock. This leads out to the hall, this room here. And a lot of work to be done with here. We'll enter back in. So yeah, we'll be starting a store here shortly for online, so if you want to support, I highly suggest you support your own local game store, because we know firsthand what a struggle it is to keep just the doors open, even with basically Zach and I being volunteers, just doing this without any profit. We basically run on any sort of profit we do get, we just invest back into the store. And we've been able to accumulate quite a bit off of having nothing. And so, not too much stock, but we're going to hope that changes. We're going to try to keep... one of the things we did get approved through Wizards to sell online, and we can start selling to the fans. If you don't have a local game store, or you think your local game store is doing well enough and would like to support Rogue Deckbuilder, this does actually help the Rogue Deckbuilder channel out a lot. The more cards I have to work with, the more equipment we get in here, the easier it is for me to do my channel. We will have boxes, and I still do have the playmats online at roguedeckbuilder.com that you can purchase. It's going to be $25 plus shipping and handling. Ends up being... I can't remember how much that ends up being for United States, and it's like $15 for international, so it ends up costing like $40 if you are in an international country. So yeah, basically we have the Dice Masters distribution as well, and Magic distribution, and so we're starting to look into like a feasible way to actually put cards online. But right now, a lot of the options you have as a card store, there's a site called Crystal Commerce that basically has everything categorized already and easy to put stuff in an inventory system, and actually like can hook it up with eBay and TCG Player and things like that. But it's a phenomenal startup cost. It's like $500 to start and then $50 a month, and it's just capital that we don't have set aside right now to do so. But we're going to try to sell off lots of cards here to try to fund. There's one thing I want to fund here. This is our one working computer right now. It's just a laptop, and it's run on Mountain Dew. And our other computer right now is the hard drive kind of imploded. So we're getting that fixed right now. But it is nowhere near able to edit videos and whatnot. In fact, the funny story about it I'm going to talk about, at 25,000 subscribers, I'm not going to do Draw My Life because, as Zach can attest to, I can't draw a stick figure. So, the funny thing about that is I actually went to art school. That's a funny story for another day. So I once had some talent, but it's not like riding a bike. If you quit using it, at least me as not a natural artist, when I quit using it, it went away. I can't, like I said, I can't draw a stick figure now. So anywho, what was I talking about, Zach? My train of thought here. 25,000 subscribers. I'm going to do a vlog my life, and I'm just going to talk about my experience with magic and whatnot. So you have that looking forward to. And I'll talk more about the story of the computer getting thrown across the room. And it's still that computer to this day. So anyway, that's a funny story for another day. Maybe I've talked about it on my YouTube channel before. So here I am rambling. Hope you like these ramble videos. Now I have to get to sorting this garbage. What a fun day. I'll just make Zach do it. This is Kevin with RogueDeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.